Satnam, sweet sisters. I've been thinking a lot about what I bring and offer in the Khalsa Way training and what I'm most passionate about. And although I love conception and pregnancy and birth, and I know that the transformation that journey to motherhood is for so many of us, I think that I'm also really deeply passionate about the journey of parenthood and what it takes for us to really consciously parent. And I noticed for the first couple years of my son's life, it was kind of just sleep, feed, eat, repeat. There was obviously parenting going on, but he was kind of just my little bundle of joy who kind of went along with whatever I wanted. And it wasn't until about 2 that he started to define what he wanted and started to push back and started to bring up my own childhood stuff that needed looking at so that I didn't repeat the patterns. And so much of what we carry in our subconscious is the subconscious. We're not aware of it. It's not in our conscious thought. And it isn't until we journey into that dynamic with an older child who is defining themselves as an individual that we witness and start to recognize those subconscious patterns that maybe we've been carrying our whole lifetime. And conscious parenting is really about reparenting ourselves. And although all of our parents did the best they could, and we love them and we have deep gratitude for what they did and how they did it, or perhaps we don't. But we are all doing the best we can, and they did the best they could. And our prayer is that with each generation, it gets a little bit better. It gets a little more evolved. We move into the frontal cortex of the brain a little bit more as a humanity, into our intuition, into our connection to one another. And so as we start to parent these older kids, meaning 2 and up, I think we start to really see the healing work that we have to do. And that's what conscious parenting is about. And we can do so much of the work prior to even conception. Many of us do, but still stuff arises. And I'm sure for me, my son is only 4, and I'm sure it will still continue to arise the older he gets. It's almost like they're little mirrors of us at each age. And we revert back to the age that they are, but within ourselves, our own inner child. And parenting is, it's really about the long game. And so oftentimes I've noticed in my journey of parenting, which is, humble beginnings, I'm only 4 years in, is this understanding that what I'm doing right now, I may not see the results for 5 years. I may not see the results for 10 years. But having the intuitive ability to go within and trust that how I'm doing it in this moment is right for my child, or knowing what I'm doing in this moment is not right for my child, and being willing to call myself out, to reach out to resources, is so, so important. And we only have that kind of ability if we meditate, if we commune with other like-minded mothers and humans and discuss. And so that's what Khalsa Way is really about. It's about starting to build a network of other women who are perhaps thinking like you, who are wanting to do really a profound job in raising the next generation, and aren't just kind of willy-nillying through parenthood. Because I think a lot of people have a dream of having a child because it's what our society tells us we're supposed to do, and then they have a baby and then they go on autopilot and they repeat patterns that were done to them. And some are atrocious patterns and some are mild patterns, but if our goal as a humanity is to continue an evolution, it is really up to us as mothers to be the forefront of that revolution. So we invite you to Khalsa Way because this is a beautiful stepping stone, leaping pad into a world of conscious parenting. And we hope you can join us in Mallorca in May. Satnam.